that storyteller soul.
Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining our community, we do have open slots available. Be sure to reach out to me, let me know, and we'd be more than happy to have you join in. We do have open slots in this game, so yeah, come on in. But yes, without further ado, go ahead and tell us what happened last session, Ada.
Well, I don't remember where we started last time. Was that right after we had finished off Zaroon, wasn't it?
Correct. Looting his body, killing, destroying, looting.
Yep.
Accusing the farmer.
Yeah. So after having dealt with Zaroon, we tracked down his forward operation base of operations. Yeah, and that was inside an old barn. We found, well, Stylax, not Stylax, Mr. Amazing, was the first to be able to enter into the into his room where all the good stuff was, while the rest of us were being challenged with a bit of a pile of corn that we couldn't get past for a little bit. So yeah, we eventually managed to get inside, all of us, and we found quite a few interesting documents pertaining to, well, a few things. Mostly, well, not mostly, but Mr. Amazing managed to find some documents that that spoke of everyone in the party and our abilities. Seems he was doing quite a bit of preparation, and well, let's see, what else was there? Yeah, there was information about Nyrond, the kingdom where Ada is originally from. There was also information about this plague that's currently plaguing Nyrond. And yeah, quite a few interesting things. After all that, we discussed a little bit about what we were doing next, and also about what we found. We decided we're still heading to EXANDRIA, but yeah, we'll see what happens once we get there. But yeah, after that we continued traveling. We were discussing whether or not we would take a ferry down the river or go by land. So, well, we eventually decided on going by land and passing through a somewhat derelict farming area. It seemed very deserted to Ada, at least, which put her on guard, and not long after, we discovered that, well, there was in fact some gnolls hiding in the bushes, waiting to ambush us, which they did. And we promptly killed all of them. And that's basically where we ended it.
Yep. So, everyone, you've just slayed through the last of the gnolls, managing to kill them outright and remove them from this area that they've been plaguing. Well, for who knows how long. When Ada gets a divorce, is it an annulment?
Annulment.
I don't get it.
So we thought gnolls.
Yeah.
Ah.
Annulment.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Anyways, so you guys have successfully slayed all of these gnolls in the local area, and before you ask Ilvorn, no, there's nothing of value on any of their bodies. Unless you want some really rusty weapons that are putrid and covered in human flesh.
Are you saying that gnolls are worthless?
They're gnoll.
So racist.
And void.
Yes, they have bows made out of bones.
Right.
That's what they. Yeah.
Sure.
Use, reuse, and recycle.
Sure. Go if you want to loot the gnolls, you can add however many there are of bone bows. They are worth 1 copper apiece to really strange and perverse individuals, but not to shops.
No, I'm not gonna do anything looting wise, but I will, if the group will allow, I will perform a quick autopsy on the gnolls to learn more about their anatomy.
Yes, of course. It seems reasonable. Should we encounter them again?
Also, it is. I haven't actually encountered gnolls personally before. It would be interesting to learn. I have heard some rumors, I believe, about how they actually come into existence, but I'm not sure if it's true that they are actually born from a hyena.
So yes, you can do a medicine check while traveling. You don't even have to miss a beat. You can just take one into the back of the cart and work on it.
All right. 19.
Okay. Their physiology does not match the composition of like any other creature that you have seen before. They have features that are similar to hyenas, which are, cat and dog-esque. But their bipedal nature is more indicative of humanoids. It looks like the body grew to mimic humanoid proportions while maintaining a much more monstrous physiology to them. You can roll me a Arcana or religion check.
Well, I am not proficient in either of those, so.
You rolled well enough. You can roll either one.
All right.
And you can always ask somebody who might know.
Yeah. I'll ask around the group, just saying if any of you know anything about their religious or arcane things about North. I don't know.
I can roll an Arcana.
Yep.
Make sure I'm not on. Okay.
20. Based off the way that she's describing these creatures, it would appear that their origin is ritualistic in nature, where they are imbued into the bodies of people and then mimic that same physiology, though they are fiends.
I've heard some tale that these are fiends, but come about in a ritualistic nature. And then I'll give you the rest of the information.
They're fiends, so they are not actually native to our world, then.
No, my understanding is they're not.
Curious.
And as I'm talking to Ada, I pick up a goblin bow and I chuck it for Flittish to go catch.
Oh, God. All right, well, Flittish, you can play fetch, no problem. Don't worry, these are just spines of people. It's fine. Waste not, want not. You know,
They're
all
not
that
being
jazz.
used right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not people, they're fiends.
No, the bows that they have are of the
okay,
people
yeah.
they murder.
I mean, I
That's
guess
why
we
you
say-
can't sell it to a shop. They'll be like, "No, I'm good." Like that's.
No. You guys say, look, if you have this, no one can call you a spineless coward. You have a spine right here.
All right. Yeah.
Just a coward.
You need it. Like, you need a backbone. Here, buy this.
Oh God.
We keep them just for that gag of you need a backbone. Here you go, and walk away saying nothing else.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I suppose I don't know so much about magic and rituals and that kind of thing, but maybe if they are actually fiendish, you could like use their blood or something for some sort of. Well, I don't know. I'm not a necromancer, unlike what the clerics seem to believe.
Yes, I'm not sure about their blood or any uses of that. My knowledge is purely more on the arcane side.
So, but if they are created, who would create them? Or like, perhaps there is like a gnoll breeding cult someplace in the area. I'm turning this random encounter into a side quest, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Well, never mind. Let's keep going.
All right then. So 24 minutes later, yes, you all get back in, and well, you've already been traveling. You're dissecting them, taking them apart. The physiology is fascinating, but you don't know how consistent it's going to be. Just because, well, fucking nature, dude. Anyways, as we are traveling, you all make it through the cascading fields over much closer to the open plains. You all pass by Nehez. Is there anything you want to do here as you're passing through?
I forget, were we going to slaughter the town? Oh, no. Sorry, wrong campaign. I don't think we have anything here to do.
This is the town you originally picked up these donkeys, I believe. You bought something here.
Yeah, I don't remember what, though.
I'm just gonna stock up on some alchemy and tinkerer supplies.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, just stock up on stuff.
Very good, very good. Then just quick investigation for any stock up for supplies. See what value worth of shit you can get.
All right. Hey.
25.
Nice.
All right.
19.
Ada, you could find another like 70 gold worth of things in town.
All right.
Alchemy isn't super popular, so that's a good amount of shit. Damson, what supplies were you looking for?
Just rations and food for the roads. Anything we might need to repair the cart if it gets damaged. Just stocking up on general stuff.
Sure. They have elven bread.
Elven bread.
Yeah. One bite is enough to fill up a entire man. Or 3 pieces is enough to fill up a halfling.
Okay.
It doesn't
how much-
spoil. It doesn't. It's you can buy stock up on supplies. It's not anything. It's just yeah.
Okay. I will put that in our caravan.
Oh, Varasha 100% plays, and you have to keep telling Varasha not to eat people that aren't with packs. Like the random farmers that are tilling the lands.
So Flittish is constantly like, hey, play it cool. Follow my lead, man.
Yeah. He is very confused why you don't just hunt people. They don't have packs. Clearly, they're not worth anything.
Clearly.
Anywho, you all continue your travel, managing to find your way deeper and deeper and deeper through Ket. The weather here is so much different than the last time you passed through. Previously, it was colder. It had a lot more wind. A very chilly rain would keep falling down. Now the sun seems to be shining and glistening over the marshlands that you begin to notice stretching out over through the South Bramblewoods. You can see the birds flying inwards and beginning to call their way home and mate for the seasons. It's a transitional time in this place. A good season to be inside of Ket. And after a couple of weeks of traveling, you all find your way back over a couple of weeks.
Sounds about right. It is a good travel.
Yes.
Let me look at the big map.
Yeah, the big map is accurate.
Yep. So you guys were up here. $180, 200 miles. Yeah, that's like a week, right? 40
Yeah, I think
miles a
it's-
day.
Oh, I thought it was 30, but I don't remember
30,
the
40?
official somewhere in there.
It's a little bit more than you guys took your time. You're not in any rush, right? After a week of travel, you see EXANDRIA once again. The magnificent city here in Ket. As a reminder for all of you. The wonderful, simple homes of the common folk, the various different districts that are all around. But there's one simple change to the city as you are approaching nearby. The guards' activity seems to have sombered down considerably. Nowhere near as many of them now.
No. I wonder what happened to cause the reduced in guard presence.
Well, there was a bit of a. Well, not exactly martial law, but some sort of situation last time, right? I don't recall exactly what the problem was, but they were on heightened alert for something. By
Not
the
gonna
way,
lie, I
Joey.
don't remember.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I just agree. Like that Damson doesn't remember what it was before either.
Joey, would I be able to do any like crafting while we're on the road?
Simple crafting, yes, but not anything like too obnoxious.
All right. So I'm basically just working on that design for the thing I sent you earlier.
Oh, the design of it, not an issue. The construction of it, definitely not while we're on
Yep.
the road.
Yeah, no, that's what I figured.
Yep, not an issue at all. Let me gather everybody up. Change layer. There we go. Alrighty. Well, you guys managed to get inside the town with complete and utter ease. As soon as they see you, Ada, the guards bow to you graciously, recognizing whom you are. Welcome back.
Thank you. Is my husband in town right now? Do you know?
No, he is not.
Okay. Any idea where he might be?
I believe he went back to his castle towards the south.
Ah,
A little louder.
right. Okay. Well, thank you.
You are most welcome. And
yeah. I'll turn back to him as I just. Has there been any interesting or newsworthy developments happening here lately?
Things have been relatively peaceful around here. There was a little bit of a uprising of people who worked over at the labyrinth, but aside from that, they were mostly captured and put away.
Right. I seem to recall there was a bit of a brewing conflict with some of the local factions.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The people that were too outspoken have already been jailed.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess we have nothing to worry about then.
Of course not. The city is perfectly safe.
Right. Well, thank you. And, yeah, keep doing a good job on your watch.
You as well, ma'am. You as well. And he just waves you goodbye.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys get into the city, continue marching around, and find your way back over to your estate. I think I have it archived. We named it, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. It's Chateau d'Oubliette.
Chateau d'Oubliette. Yeah, there's a character sheet for it in the handouts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it is. You can update your tokens on the map. I know they need to be. No more Stylax. No more Bairdis.
As we arrive at the front door.
Yep. Right over here. No more cat. Actually, we're going to leave cat on the map. It's just a cat.
That's fair.
So, you
Stefan
guys...
Stefan's the port guy.
Yes. The concubine of Ada's mister.
Yeah.
So, you guys walk in the front door, and immediately you see Dolby sitting there, who gets a little caught off guard, and then his eyes go wide. Miss Adeline, ma'am, your Majesty, hello, and he bows deeply towards you.
Right. Thank you. Majesty is a little bit too much.
That's too much?
Yes. It's Majesty is reserved for royals. I'm not.
He just blinks at you.
I'm not royal yet. Maybe.
I apologize. Beowulf, Stefan, and you hear the kitchen doors open up as both of them walk out, and Stefan walks right up to you, Ada, giving you a huge hug, lifting you off the ground. Oh, it's so good to see you again. And
yes.
Beowulf just bows.
I trust everything is in order with our house.
Yes, ma'am. I've guaranteed that everything has stayed in 100 tip-top shape. I've even dealt with the majority of the death threats that came this way.
Death threats?
I kept the letters for you, in case you are curious to read about it, but the wording in there are words that a man of my stature cannot say to a lady.
Right. Were they addressed to anyone in particular, or
you?
Okay. Right. Well, I will have a look at them.
Very well, ma'am. And as you guys come inside, you notice the entire main foyer area in here. Remember, exclude all the tables and shit. They're not really in there. Has been filled with large vases and beautiful, bountiful flowers all over the place. The outside now has a trellis that leads to the second floor. And as you are walking around, you notice this place is immaculately well maintained. Stefan will begin talking to you. So I did take a little bit of leave from work, so I decided that I was just going to hang out around here, make sure everything was working, make sure, that everything is up to the standards of our Lord. And I figured it'd be nice to make sure that there's a little personalized touch in here, not just by he looks over at Beowulf, the brutish.
Right. I think the flowers.
Yes, we took them from the garden outside. Where's Stylax?
Right.
I've been updating all of his flowers. He has lilies now. He has daisies. Oh, they're lovely.
Right. You didn't put any of the black and the purple flowers in here, did you?
No, of course not.
No, good. Well, I'm afraid the Stalax is no longer with us.
Oh no! Did he quit?
He died.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And he gives you another very big hug. Don't worry, I'm going to get us the most expensive chateau that they have in town, and we are going to sit at the table, and you are going to regale me, okay? Anything you want to talk about, just dish.
No, I think it's fine. It's we've had time to process the loss.
I still want to hear about him. He seemed like a very strong man.
Right. Yes, he was very strong and very loyal, very steadfast.
Good. And not to change the subject, but who are these two individuals? Stefan looks between Sylph and Varasha.
And he doesn't know Mr. Amazing either.
Oh no. I did not say you for a reason.
Well, this is Sylph. She's a new companion.
I'm a male.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. You think I've been a girl this entire time?
Well, I mean, I'm not used to.
Come on.
Faye.
Yeah, I'm not used to Faye, and I'm not used to rabbit people. What was the name again?
Heragon! Oh,
right,
sorry.
Yes.
Dobby gets very sheepish in the corner after calling out.
Right. No. Yes. Sorry about that, Sylph.
It's fine.
For some reason, it's the name sort of feels feminine to me.
Oh, originally I am a girl.
Stefan will approach over to you, Sylph, and take your hand and shake it. It is a pleasure to meet you. Speaking in perfect Sylvan.
Their ears perk up and they bow in the night. Thank you, my lord.
Oh, I'm not a lord. No. I'm a
Not
sailor.
yet, as they wink.
No, I've seen what that position does for people. No, thank you. I prefer the open waters and the open airs. It is just so much more relaxing. Flittish, pleasure to see you. You seem far less moist now.
Indeed. I'm so glad Ada was able to cure me.
Good. Yes. I wasn't going to say anything while you were under the affliction, but that was doing nothing for your hair. Just completely dead flattening it against. I'm sorry. And this is your new puppy?
Yes. Virasha, this is one that you do not eat.
Varasha looks at you, raising their eyebrow. And Stefan drops down and immediately just scrunches their face all over. Look at you. Aren't you just the sweetest? Oh, wolf fur is just so nice, isn't it? Like, it's thicker, it's a little greasy, but like it just feels so warm and cuddly. It's so nice. Hi. And he's completely enthralled with Varasha. Then he looks over at you, Mr. Amazing. Hi, Mr. Amazing.
Hello.
You want to tell us something, Mr. Amazing?
Well, there's nothing to tell. Obviously, people have heard about me. It's well known about me.
Roll me a history. Let's see if you remember him at all.
Right.
He is quite a personality, so the DC's 12.
All right. Here we go. I'm not going to do anything just to... Oh, 19.
19. You do remember while you were taking some of the waterways up here from outside of Ket, he was one of the officers on the ship, the first mate to a captain.
Oh, yes. Forgive me. Weren't you the first mate of the captain on that ship? What was it called?
The Last Drop. Yes.
Yes. Now I remember. Oh, that was an amazing voyage.
It's so much fun. The fireworks show that you did. Are you going to do another fireworks show for us?
I could. I absolutely could.
Oh, Ada, please command him. It is worth it. It is an amazing thing.
He doesn't. I don't like to command people, you know.
Sure, yeah, okay.
You're free to do a fireworks show if you want, Mr. Amazing.
Yes.
Please.
Maybe this evening we can do something in celebration for your return.
All right. Well, perhaps we shouldn't be so ostentatious about that until I've been able to read through these death threats.
I assure you, ma'am, I already handled the majority of them. They were hung.
Oh.
Yes. There's only one man still living. We haven't been able to find him yet.
I see. Well, do you know if these are these like random assassins, or are they like affiliated in some way?
They are affiliated with one of the seedier organizations of the city.
Which one?
I forget the name of the organization, but they worked with the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth Den.
That's the bandits.
The man still at large, his name is Akram Fingers.
Right, didn't we destroy one of his lieutenants?
No.
No,
He'll
that's the
hand
one
you
that-
one letter, Ada, and he is very pissed off that you emasculated him. Remember, kicked him in the nuts so hard that they got lodged in his stomach. Yeah.
Hence the lieutenants.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I mean, they were under him.
I guess he must have been able to discern my identity despite my disguise. Then.
Well, apparently he nearly bankrupted his entire organization, getting all of the funds necessary to try to hunt you down for what you did. Do not worry. As previously stated, the vast majority of them are gone. He is the only one still at large, but a man without his voice means very little, I believe.
Right. Well, I mean, it's still worth looking into just to be sure, you know.
He is known around town now as the Whistle.
Right. Well, good to know. I suppose it will be easy to hear him coming then.
You can
No,
see
no.
Beowulf just nods and Dolby's like visibly biting his lip. Just
I don't think he has the equipment to do that anymore, Adeline.
It's it's a
right.
quip because of his voice. Dolby is actively trying not to burst out in laughter. Very, very hard.
Well, yes, I have some things I need to take care of here. I guess we are, but I suppose we are planning on staying at least for a little bit. Not sure how long yet, but we will see.
Your quarters have already been situated for you, ma'am. I've made sure that they have been well taken care of and tended to every single day.
Right. Okay, well, I will go and I will have a look at these letters and see what I can discern from them.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
the letters are very... It's almost all of them are Akram, specifically. A few of them are the other guards that are pissed off that you guys used some devil magic in order to influence them into running away from all of that. But Akram is exceptionally passionate. Many of these letters have dagger marks through them, as if they were pinned to the door or something.
This is so funny, I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing. He hates us because he has nothing to go for now.
Yeah. You kicked them so hard in the nuts, they've, well, ascended. It was a crit, you know?
Yeah.
Got back up to the celestial realm.
Huh.
Wait,
He doesn't
did
have
he?
the gene seed no more.
Did he almost bankrupt his organization with all the daggers he was sticking to the house?
I mean, among other things, but yeah. And what are you going to do? Mail the letter or just stab it into your door? Like,
do we just have a collection of daggers now?
You don't. Beowulf does.
Oh, right. Aileen, shouldn't you tell the news to your husband, maybe?
Yes, that's what I was planning on, but he's not here, so
Okay. I suggest a very well hearty meal and some wine before breaking the news.
Right. Well, I did send him a letter before we went from Yern to. Well, I asked him to come there.
You addressed it to his Litlauder estate?
No. Well, I addressed it here.
He looks over at Dolby and Dolby shrugs. I didn't receive a letter. I check the mail every day.
All right. Well.
When did he leave for the other estate?
It must have been 3 days after you all left.
Initially?
Yes.
Huh.
I left with him. I went back over there and then I came back over here because, I mean, I kept in communication with Bayo over there and Beowulf. Yeah. So I kept in contact with Bayo over there and just, it sounded like the place was a little lonely and needed a little bit more guidance, you know? And, you know, I'm on leave anyway, so. But tell me, what are you guys planning? What are we doing?
I have a question. What do you do on ships, if you don't mind me asking?
I wave.
Mr. Amazing Chuckles.
No. I'm the first mate, so I'm responsible for being the leader over everybody on the vessel, while the captain is busy steering the vessel or charting our course of action, or even when he is sleeping. My responsibilities are usually to helm while he is in his slumber, and also to guide anybody who might be newer onto the ship into learning how to do their roles more exceptionally. I also fill in any gaps that we have when we run into a sticky situation. If the other flagmen are down or it's getting a little difficult, I go down and lend them an additional hand. If the navigator is having difficulty finding or charting their course, I try to climb to Crow's Nest to be able to get a better view for all of them. It's, generally speaking, I'm responsible for, well, doing everything the ship needs to do.
Right. Well, a bit curious. Where is this ship going? Because, I mean, Ket is quite a bit inland.
The ship?
Is it like a riverboat or?
Oh, I don't sail in Ket. No, I vacation here.
Ah.
Yes. Here, let me get you guys to the world map. Yeah, I've been on expedition groups that have been over at Lake Kuag. I've been as far east as the Nidiv depths. And my next grand expedition, I am going to be sailing from the Nidev down to the Woolly Bay. And then we are planning on going into an explorative adventure down towards the Sea of Garnot and run some relay with different communities out there, trying to bring them into the culture of the rest of our continent. What were you saying?
That's where we met. That's where we met. That's where we met. Was on. We sailed on the Nidiv.
It's
marvelous time. Marvelous.
Yes.
So, when is this expedition going to take place?
Well, I'm still on leave for another 2 weeks or so. So, I'm due to begin my journey back in 2 weeks. When we get outside of Ket, I'll be able to go over to the Thornwood and jump onto a small vessel down there, where I'm just going to take along the coast until we make it all the way over to Divia, which is where my vessel is currently stationed.
Looking to the other guys, like, giving a solid nod of, this is a great route, like, fate is in our hands right now, and this is a free travel route for us.
Yes. Well, it just so happens, Stefan, that I am planning a bit of a home journey to Nyrond.
Oh my god, that is so coincidental. What are the odds?
I don't know.
I mean, roll D100, find out.
I don't need to, I know.
So perhaps it would be possible for us to come onto this ship of yours.
Oh, yes, of course. There's no way that he'd be able to say no.
Right.
We can pay, of course, and do services if need be.
He just looks at you, Sylph, and blinks. That's not going to be necessary. Honestly, I've seen all of you in action, shall we say, and none of you have the sea legs to be working on a ship. I'm sure you're good at other things, but it takes a lot more practice and a lot more stability than you may be willing to put in. But I appreciate the offer. If you do want to pay, I'll tell you right now that, well, as a diplomat, you won't have to pay anything, though I should warn you, you're aware that the Kingdom of Narun is currently under lockdown, right?
Yes, I am aware.
So you probably are going to have to lie?
Yes, I will think of think of something.
Someday.
Why not just say you're going to Almore?
Well, I mean,
Well, even suspicion of trying to get back into that kingdom is enough for you to be jailed right now. It's too dangerous. And
Oh.
not to mention, there's kind of a harsh bias towards the Narond folk in that territory.
I
some
wonder
people-
why it's like looking to Ada.
Well,
there
it's the
is a-
disease.
Right. There has also been a long-standing rivalry with Nyrond and Almor. Historically, Almor was part of Nyrond, and people still wanted to be part of Nyrond, while they want to have their own sovereignty and independence. But it's a long. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I'm
now
sorry,
it kind of does. Sorry, go on.
Were you saying that you need to disguise yourself on the way, or disguise why you're going there? I'm sorry, I was in thought about something.
Well, it would probably be prudent to have a disguise while we are traveling, but the main problem is getting into Nyrond.
My suggestion, taking a look at the maps of the area, coming from the Saldon Forest and up into the kingdom would be far easier than going from the court or Almor in itself.
Going through like the Nat Marsh?
Yes, going upbound. More dangerous, but less likely to have soldiers or guards to question us.
Why not take the near river? I mean, go on the near lake and then come down that side.
See, I was
mean,
thinking
from
of
the
that.
west.
Yes, but I'm unsure about the duchy at the moment. But if you think it should be okay, then I will trust your judgment, Mr. Amazing.
Right. Well, we would need to look into the current state of affairs in various parts around Nyrond, just to see what might provide a better opportunity for us to sneak in.
Yes, and Stefan is at least going to as far as the lake, so maybe we could go with him to the lake and gather some information. We might hear of some word of what's going on in your kingdom.
And
Where I begin my voyage at Divia.
But we can travel with him to Divir.
And then we're going to sail around until the mid bay, and that is where me and my vessel is going to be sailing downwards. Your next drop off from us would be Greyhawk.
Oh, that would actually be good for supplies and information, because isn't Greyhawk like the hub of this world?
It is.
Yeah. Yes, we could probably get some good information from there, I would think.
How do you feel about that, Adolin and Flidish?
well, I think it's a good preliminary plan, but until we have had time to learn a little bit more about the circumstance around the area,
Yes,
it'll be easier to find a more detailed point of entry.
Blitish was asked as well. Go on.
I am excited for some water travel. This will be new for me.
Nice. And Greyhawk, if we get to the city of Greyhawk, I'm sure there'll be news from the surrounding areas.
Probably.
And then we can decide from there which route to take.
Of course, we will also need to consider getting some way of staying safe from the plague. I have a few ideas, but I will need to look into it.
Why not just make a mask with that salt in it? Nothing can live through it, so if there's some kind of like little, I don't know, whatever causes plagues, surely that kills it?
Well, I mean, this plague is, well, quite different from other plagues, according to what I have heard, and it is quite difficult to, actually more or less impossible to cure, at least from what I know already. And I do not know exactly how it infects, if it's merely a matter of contact or if it is inhaled. So I will look into it.
Yes, we should find out more about the POUS. Plague of unusual size.
Right.
Hmm.
And we may decide that we don't want to go there, depending on the news.
True. But when I heard that there are paladin orders who are keeping, well, they are responsible for keeping the quarantine. So if we can perhaps get in contact with them, they might be able to deliver at least a message to my family inside the kingdom, if possible. But that is all a bit further in the future.
Yes. Well, it seems for certain, Stefan, that we would love to join you on the way, and we can figure out details when we get closer.
Well, just make sure you have a good alibi, right? I don't want to get in trouble and demoted.
Right.
You could be my assistant, Baroness.
Your assistant?
Oh,
No,
just like that one that you cut in half?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that was so good.
I
Never happened
assume
to me.
this was some sort of magic trick.
Hmm?
That if you cut your assistants in half.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was a magic trick.
But we put her back together after, yes, yes.
She got better, yes.
Right. Well, I would prefer not to be bisected if possible.
But
3
don't
parts
you
sounds so
like
much more interesting.
autopsies?
What's else? I missed it.
Don't you like autopsies?
What?
Autopsies.
Oh,
Yes,
I
so-
heard you, but they've
Oh.
never heard of any of that,
Ah.
Tomata. What?
It's a joke. It's like being bi-curious, bisected and stuff. So, but yes, you could be certainly be my.
Mhm.
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah, I could play the role of an assistant, I suppose.
So
Unless
you
you
have other
need me
ideas?
to perform magical tricks, because I don't know how.
No. I handle all the illusions.
Hmm.
Fun.
All right. Well, I have a few things I need to do, so but let's all just convene later today and see what else we can do. We should also pay a visit to Vermissimo.
That's the wizard you keep speaking of, yes?
There's a wizard in town?
Yes.
Oh. You see Beowulf gets very uncomfortable. Cool. Anyways.
Is there something wrong, Beowulf?
I do not have a trusting nature when it comes to wizards.
Well, that is understandable. I guess I don't really either, but sometimes you are forced to work with them, you know?
He nods. I know.
And they are, like with every other people, they are trustworthy wizards. There are bad people and there are good people.
I suppose you are right. But historically speaking, they have been bad for our communities.
Yes, I can only imagine. I just do simple card tricks and, you know, things.
I am not concerned about jesters.
Yes, I understood.
God, I love the stoically dumb. They are my favorite.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to my room and see if I can start making that contraption or apparatus that I've been designing.
It'll take you at least a week of downtime, but yes, you could probably make that.
All right.
Yeah.
Before that, do we want to go and see Vermissimo first before we start getting into our various accoutrements?
Sure. Why not? He's probably busy, and but yeah, we can go and ask. We should also look into finding, the home base of this other person.
Mm. I mean, you could always just put on a poster board out there that you're home, come get me.
I don't think that that's the best idea. For reasons.
Right. Probably.
Baroness,
not.
do you mind if I walk around? And I would love to see this garden that was so highly spoken of when I first arrived.
Sure.
And you said black and purple flowers?
Yes, they are called nightshade flowers.
I'll look at the
Is
lilies.
that what those are?
Yes.
Huh. Well, I guess they're legal here in Ket to grow because they didn't really make it illegal. Everywhere else in the world, other than the Bandit Kingdom, though, very illegal.
But they're, I mean, they are. Well, I suppose if you have some ill intent, you might use them for bad things. But I find them just very beautiful, in a sort of not so flamboyant way.
Really? You're going to have to explain that to me later. Anyways, I need to go get that bottle of wine. And yes, we can have a week of downtime in the city. Is there anything we're doing before we initiate downtime, everybody?
See Vermissimo, let him know that his possible cousin is dead.
Yeah.
That we killed the wizard.
Well, we should probably do that before we start downtime then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys, who all is going to visit Vermissimo? Everybody or just Damson and Sylph?
I'm going with them.
I would want to go, since I've heard of this wizard.
Yeah. And
I'll
putting
go for
on a
moral
disguise.
support.
Awesome. What were you saying, Ada?
Putting on a disguise.
Of course. The same one that you wore around him previously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably you had done that.
Yeah, the haggard old lady who's very curious, and he's agoraphobic and would not allow you to approach no matter how much you tried lying about it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Wizard.
And I'm going to click
That's
long
wizard,
rest
yeah.
since we've been traveling and stuff.
Let's
Fair.
remove him, remove you. Everybody group yourselves up in the foyer so it's easier for me. Oh wait, you guys aren't on that map. Never mind. It's alright. I'll group you all up. Yeah, it's been many long rests.
Yep.
Alright, there's y'all. Nope, that's not it. So, you all find your way over to the library, and once again, you get let upstairs at your request in order to go speak with Vermissimo. He's positioned in generally the same place that you've seen him every time that you've come through here previously. He's at his desk with many books floating about that he is working on researching and developing. And when he sees all of you approaching, he looks and goes, "Oh, you all are here. Hi, yes."
Hello.
We
Hello.
came with. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry. I just said hello.
Well-
That's all.
We came with great tidings.
He looks at you suspiciously.
We killed your doppelganger. How about that? You're welcome.
You killed him?
Yeah, it was in the air. He bugged us.
Cat, you look far different now.
Oh, no. Another creature. Same core. I'm Sylph. Hello, the real person, and not cursed. Currently. Maybe?
But, Vermissimo,
Yes.
are you capable of doing that thing where you can ask questions to a dead person?
I can, yes.
Right.
Did you
Because,
bring him? Is he?
Well,
Did you
not-
bring the carcass?
Not all of him, but hang on. I'll pull out Zerun's head.
He looks at the head. Oh. Well, that is disturbing and disgusting. Your first instinct was to rip the head off and carry it in as thusly.
Well, it has been embalmed and kept in a solution of formaldehyde, so it is quite.
I mean, it was either that or travel 3-4 weeks with a dead body.
Right.
We know how you like your cleanliness.
He looks very uncomfortable. And then his eyes narrow at you, Mr. Amazing.
Yes, and I've been quiet, but just studying him and looking around, seeing if anything stands out, arcana wise.
Perception check.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use a lucky. I always forget if I have to say that first or not. 15.
15. You're not sure what magic he's using, but the bookshelves in here are all bringing books to him as he is debating on reading them and putting them back. It is a very strange magic that seems incredibly efficient for research. But as he stares at you, Mr. Amazing, he's just... Tell me, why did you all bring a disjoiner here?
What?
That. He points at Mr. Amazing. Keep in mind, you're disguised as the lady, not the Ada.
Yeah.
The crazy bitch.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change my voice by the way.
Yeah.
Him. Happy circumstance when we finally reached our destination. Lucky enough, he bumped into us, which basically saved our, I believe, turkey. Is that the same? Bacon? Whatever. So we basically, without he know-how, added him to our little group. He hasn't figured that one part out yet. He doesn't know why he stays.
Disjoiners don't do anything for no reason. Speak, what is your name?
Mr. Amazing. And yours?
Vermissimo.
Vermissimo, yes.
What's a disjoiner?
They are disgusting individuals who make it their pleasure to kill other wizards in order to hoard information to themselves.
Huh.
Yes. They are the natural enemy of all organizations of magic.
Well, I mean, Mr. Amazing's really nice.
No. You're convenient. So tell me, Disjoiner, what are you doing with them?
Just traveling. Doing my shows. And, yeah, they're an interesting bunch. So, why not?
Did you leave the head alone with him at all?
No, it's been in my sack. My bag here.
Damson, you may approach with it.
Okay. Damson will get the head in a jar from Crazy Lady. Then come over with.
Mm-hmm. Once you get within 10 feet, there's two mage hands that scoop it up and bring it to him. But look at you, Damson. Do not trust them. You know more than anyone else here the role that prejudice plays in the hearts of humans. Disjoiners are prejudiced even to their own kind.
She gives like an affirmative look without like giving like a nod to her head, because I assume that was a more quiet whisper.
Oh yeah. Everyone's a lot further away than you are.
Yeah.
And as soon as the head reaches his table, he precipitates the jar. You can leave. So, I will converse with the head. I suppose you all wish a few questions yourselves. Luckily, by the looks of it, I have a plethora of time, so only one of these questions I need to preserve for myself before I can use the spell again. So, what questions were you all wishing for me to ask him?
Well, how many questions do we get then?
4. You all get 4. I get 1.
Right, okay. Start typing them up.
Yeah, you guys can scheme and plan it, and he continues cleaning the jar and finding a way to finagle the head out of the formaldehyde and finding a place to put the head. It's a disgusting endeavor for him. Though what you are doing is far cleaner than just handing him a severed head. That's been sitting out for weeks.
Marinating.
Why don't you let that one marinate?
Can I try to find an old book to sniff?
You can sniff an old book, yes. There are plenty of old books in here.
Heck yeah. Con check?
Sure?
Oh,
Get high off old books.
Yes, that old book smells like old book to you.
Mm.
And also, for clarification's sake, this is what he kept calling Mr. Amazing Disjoiner.
Disjoiner. Okay. Offer some to Fladish. You want to try some? This is nature and its finest.
I will pass. Thank you.
The flesh of trees imbued into parchment, covered in the ink.
I'm good, thanks.
The only question I could really think of to ask is, oh, no, there it goes. I lost it.
Okay. And guys, you can scheme these questions together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just,
I mean-
I'm just typing up the ideas I have for it.
Yeah.
Always like, why the tomb of the old mage area? Like, why'd you choose that area to put us in? Like, what the fuck?
Keep in mind the rules and limitations. He would let you all be aware of the rules and limitations.
Yeah.
So, speak with dead.
Are you actually related to Vermissimo? Or is it just a happy coincidence? Or an unhappy coincidence?
Here you go. Do.
Nice, you have 10 days before you can do it again.
Yeah, he's just going to keep the head so he can do it again.
Oh. One question is, what progress did you make of trying to cure our memory loss, you fucker?
Yeah.
Not sure if I'd phrase it that way, but
Where is your secret lair?
Where did you put my super suit?
Where is your
I
wizard lair?
want to know.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out
What is
how...
the lottery numbers? So,
Mr. Amazing would love to know where his lair is, but he isn't saying anything here. He's just observing and watching.
he's scared of this one because, you know, that one could just throw so many fireballs at us.
You guys have no idea of what Vermissimo can do. You don't know his school of magic. You don't know his capabilities. You know he sits here and he doesn't like touching anything.
And above the table, I think there's been at least once where you've heard me call Disjoiner before. It's been mentioned a couple times when you weren't around, but I think at least once you were there.
Yeah,
I think we were, we just didn't know what it meant.
Yep.
It was the second time you all were in the judge's chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, we should ask if others are coming after us. And this Adeline person.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
If you speak to dead, or speak with dead on the corpse, and it's now alive, speaking to you, and you cast Zone of Truth, does that overlap? Because the dead don't have to be truthful.
Let me read the specifics of Zone of Truth. You grant the semblance of life to a corpse of your choice. It doesn't grant any composition that would actually cause it to be a creature. So no, they do not overlap.
Okay.
Semblance of life is not life. Life means creature. Or unlife means creature.
Okay.
This does not reanimate it. It cannot learn new information. It can't consciously do things.
You modify memory on it?
That also stipulates creature.
Ah.
You can reanimate him. Get yourselves a talking head.
So, an idea: a floating talking head with two big hands as his, limbs.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Might have to write that one down. Ooh.
I posted the ideas I have, at least.
Looking at. Damn, if you asked me these questions, you would be upset.
There you go. Good.
Did you find out why Adeline left Nerod? Yes! I answered your question for you.
Yeah. Like, wait, does that count as a question? Yes, I wasn't talking to you. Damn it, what are you saying? Nothing.
Brother. Okay, so I'll amend the first one.
You're welcome. You have someone who knows all about wording and deals.
Yeah.
Tell us why Adeline Devereaux left Nerond.
Yeah. That's not so much a question, though.
And 3 should be, tell us what you have found to
No,
restore
it has
the
to be
memory.
a question. You can't command them to do something. You ask a question. That's the difficulty of this spell. Is like a lot of people, it's difficult to compose questions that are open-ended. It's why interviewing is so hard.
For the first, go ahead.
We might want to find out information about. Did you find out what attention? Like he belonged to the Circle of the Veil. So something about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably also good.
Because Circle of the Veil and the Circle of the Veil, I told you guys, was known for memory modification and illusion magic.
Yeah.
And what were you saying about how to phrase the first question, Sylph?
Yes, that's great. That is where I was going to twist it to.
Yeah.
For the second one, why did you stop Adeline? Because it's more Pacific. He's targeting more you than us. We were, from your notes, basically the scapegoats to protect you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also keeping in mind that I should ask questions in a way so that it's not perfectly obvious to Vermissimo that I am Adeline.
Yep.
Fair.
Oh, he is a smarty pants. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, he's probably got some suspicions already, but...
Well, it might be a smarty pants, but it's a good thing that is insight, so that's wisdom.
Fair enough.
He smarts.
Yeah. You might be able to infer it. But yeah.
For number 3, put how do we fully regain our memories? You can't have a stipulation of 2 questions in one, because only one will be answered with the second.
Or both would be answered and count as 3-4.
Oh!
Okay. Alright, so let me amend number 3 as well then. Before I do that, though, what is the current state of everyone's memories, actually?
Oh.
I only remember things from, like, childhood area. I don't remember after, like, adolescence. So adult life is pretty blank.
Alright.
Mine's good.
Yeah.
Solid.
But it's because it was the thing he was attempting to do at first was to to erase Ada's memories.
And stun everyone else, yeah.
Right.
Which means you
Good morning,
witnessed something that you shouldn't.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
yeah.
How much memory do you have? Because in truth, I do not know how much Self has, but the character hasn't really been trying to get their memories back.
Right. Because
Then-
Ada has basically recalled more or less everything that's happened in the last year or so.
That's fair.
But it would seem like there's a second layer of amnesia to her that is goes further back.
What if the modified memory was trying to bring out something that you did see but can't remember, and they were trying to alter it so you could, like subconscious?
You should ask what the original purpose of the modify memory was.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What was the original intent
Behind the
Yeah.
spell, yeah.
Because we know what the purpose happened was, because we are the purpose, but what was the intent?
Yeah.
What was the end goal that you were trying to obtain?
Yeah, that's a better one. What's the or what was the full reasoning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full reasoning. I had to have that full word.
That is much different than what the end goal was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that could have just been unlimited power.
Yeah.
I would have. I fucking would have.
Well, we know you would have.
So, is that good with everyone?
Remember, we cannot be seen because if the corpse knows we are here, it will not tell us anything because we are its enemy.
He can specify the individuals whom you had, blah, blah, blah. Instead of specifically because keep in mind it cannot process new information. It only recognizes the speaker as friend or foe.
Oh, it's the speaker? Okay.
Well, you guys aren't going to be speaking to it, so it won't recognize y'all at all. He's going to ask the questions.
Yeah, and we're far away because he doesn't like us near him.
That's my problem. What if them two are enemies?
Well, I
Yeah.
guess that's a bit up to Vermissimo whether or not he would consider their rivalry as being actual hostilities.
Or if he has disguise self.
Oh, that's fair.
Right. Yeah.
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 There's an easy solution to that
Yeah.
part. Just
Fair enough.
look like someone else.
You should give yourself a goatee. That would really confuse him.
No, he's his own worst enemy.
And I don't think we need to ask anything about this, but I'm just gonna above the table prod.
Go ahead.
I had let the Baroness know that her family was involved with him.
With
Yeah.
who?
Jarun.
Happy?
with
Oh.
Jarun. So I don't know if she wants to. I'm just putting that. I'm just letting Ilvor know so that if she wants to try to
Yeah, I'm
dig
aware.
into that or not. So, okay, cool.
Yeah. Just trying to think about doing this in a way so that it doesn't sort of the questions won't reveal more than they have to.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's why I set it above the table because no one else in the party know. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably smart not to ask about it. But...
Hey, Mister, How old are you? If you want to say, asking the Archwizard.
Vermissimo,
Yeah.
he'll look over at you. 632 years old.
Damn! You don't even look over 100. What the hell? Nice. Nice.
You one of them elves?
No, I'm sarcastic.
Oh. Is that some kind of magic?
Yeah.
Some believe so.
Bards use it a lot.
Sarcastic. What race is that?
All right, so I'm fairly settled on question 1, 3, and 4, but number 2 is a little bit, might get some more out of that one.
How were you tracking everyone?
Instead of asking what's keeping for us, you should ask, is there anyone else hunting us down with
Yeah.
him?
No.
Because we only know there's one person that's been tracking us, but what if he's with a group that is still attempting
Yeah.
to?
Okay, so were you working with anyone else, or rather, who else were also involved in trying to track us down? Or...
There you go. That's better. And also with the way that the second one was before, when you're asking about why are you keep, the answer could have been totally about Adeline. It doesn't matter. He's going to figure it out. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just expecting Adeline to do the Scooby-Doo pull off the mask. I was Adeline all along.
Yeah.
You thought I was redhead this entire time? No, a wig. I was bald.
Actually, that'd be a happy disguise. Because we all know Adeline would be too proud of herself to shave her head. So they're like, no, there's no way it's Adeline.
Adeline, we have to shave your eyebrows as well, or it just won't work.
Sure. You might be underestimating her pragmatism. All right, so
I think she would greatly change her appearance if the goals align.
she could just make a hair growth potion or something.
Oh my god, imagine that. We could just be so rich.
Hmm. I think the alchemist subclass for the artificer still seems kind of weak, though, compared to a few other things.
yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of it, but it's been poorly implemented.
It doesn't help that the two big people who did content create for D&D got fired or resigned.
Yeah. Did they update it in the UA? The Alchemist?
Yes.
I haven't
Yeah,
looked at that one yet.
But it's basically
Still bad?
the same. At least the alchemist is. All right. So are we happy with the questions?
Well, that's 3 questions. You guys get 1 more.
No, there's 4.
Yeah, where's your
Oh,
home base?
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just,
Do you want to
Where
write down
is
which?
the order got a bit mixed up.
Look,
Yeah.
I still think it should be where's your wizard lair? Because let's be honest, wizards and dragons both have lairs.
Where is your base of operations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can actually ask one additional question because that was Vermissimo's question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys aren't getting all his shit for free. Vermissimo wants that.
Nah, that's fair.
Okay, so
Yeah, that was his. He'll obviously share since you guys are procking that question to come up, but you know.
My only question I would like to ask was, does he regret his choices?
I'm not curious about whether or not he regrets it.
Because if he doesn't, then that just means we got to go to the spirit realm and actually make him regret it.
Kick his ass again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Double death. I still think it should be called Wizard Lair. I'm just saying.
Wizard Lair. Wizards are too pretentious. It's their tower. Ooh.
I like
My
grotto.
arcane facility.
Apparently some wizard has like opened this big sphere and it has like moving images on the front of it. Maddening.
TV, yes.
It's in this area. Lost Vegan.
Lost vegan.
Yes, the great and powerful wizard of Lost Vegan. Transmutation wizard.
Ooh. So you guys are just giving up the guys that you aren't associated with Ada.
I mean, it's more the fact that they've assumed that we are, so it's like
Sure.
tracking down this Adaline to figure out where this guy is, so that's what we said we're doing.
Yeah. We're just private investigators.
Oh, yeah.
Look, if we find this Adaline Devereaux, we would tracking her, we found him, now we need to figure out why the fuck is she wanted?
Yeah. That's something I'm really curious about. Well, I have some ideas, but it'd be good to know in game. I'm just gonna get a drink and be right back.
Sounds
Sure.
good. So everybody's happy with these 5 questions. Where's your home base? What do you know about why Adaline Devereaux left Neronde? What was the full reasoning for targeting Adaline with the Modify Memory spell? Who else were involved with trying to track Damson and her friends down? Why is there a bounty out for Adaline Devereaux? Everyone happy with all that?
Yes, I'm happy.
I'm happy with those questions, yeah. Mr. Amazing Footage?
I am also happy with those questions.
Yep.
Very good. Well then, let me contemplate of how to be a smartass.
Isn't that something that just comes naturally to you?
Actually, being a dumbass comes naturally to me.
Fair.
My ass
We're all-
normally just talks a load of shit.
It took me a while to learn how to get that voice that tells me, hold up, don't do that. Now I listen to it a lot, but it took me a long ass time to get that.
I'm
I
still
used
trying to
just
find
go,
that voice.
yeah, and then
That voice in my head, it's telling me not to do this, but yet I want to. Why?
All right. Is everyone ready for the arcane developments?
Give me just a second to get my notes ready.
I'm gonna come back over and stand next to Fladish and pet them. Pa, 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 pa.
Varasha is very jealous.
Veronica
So-
gets
Go
pets
ahead
as
and
well.
pet Varasha because I'm in my human form. It's a little weird that you're petting me.
Weird for you, not for Sylph.
human petting zoos, you know? Pat, pat, pat.
Question is, will Flitter still chase it if you throw a bone?
Completely forgets she's human.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real reason to play a druid, to just not give a fuck. Actually, every druid I've ever had in the community, yeah. They do their best just not to care. Don't hurt the animals, don't burn down the forest, unless it's me. So,
Unless you're a wildfire druid, in which he's burn it all down.
so, the chamber chills, and the lanterns begin to flicker. As Vermissimo rolls back his velvety sleeves and produces a silver filigreed wand, murmuring the symbols of a spell. Shadows swirl around his face like dark oil in water. His chin grows sharper, hair lengthens into a neat black ponytail, and his cheeks hollow slightly, giving him a more hawkish aspect. When the spell settles, he is the mirror image of someone that looks vaguely familiar to Sylph and Mr. Amazing. I would like both of you to roll me history checks.
All right. Give me just a moment.
21.
Nice.
And I will spend a lucky. Do. History?
Yes.
Oh, you got a 21. Nice. 25.
25. Ooh.
Not 20.
Ooh.
You don't know the name, Sylph. You recognize the individual. They were inside of the tower when you were all being attacked. That portal door that had everybody on the other side of it. You remember looking through, and there was one individual in the back who was watching carefully. After you shot off your eldritch paws and killed that man, it was the man who was looking at you. You, Mr. Amazing, recognize Master Orlan Vare, a senior instructor at Ikbia, which is one of the only training facilities for very rich and predominant mages. And he is highly respected and renowned by the Blue Tower.
I think to myself, interesting.
As he dons this disguise, you see under his breath, he begins smirking and uttering a few subtle words. Let's see how much of your precious secrecy survives the grave, cousin. He lifts the head off of the table and begins casting it carefully, or resting it carefully onto a silk-wrapped box he has nearby. He withdraws away from it, and he begins to sprinkle silver over top of it, chanting softly, "O soul that lingers on mortal tether, answer truths now or drift forever. A spirit bound by fate and dread, lend me words from realms of dead." And as soon as he murmurs those words, you all see the lights extinguish instantaneously. It becomes pitch black in this chamber, other than the glowing blue light encompassing Vermissimo and Zaroon. He looks at him carefully as the jaw slacks downwards, and you all hear a very deep breath that is received by no lungs, on the severed head. What do you know about why Adeline de Vaux left Narond? Zaroon's head begins to shake and the jaw begins speaking. She uncovered truths she was never meant to see. Her poisons, her research, were twisted for purposes darker than even she knew. She fled because the Kalu meant to keep her as a prisoner or silence her. She feared becoming a pawn in a war of blood and plague. What was the full reasoning for targeting Adeline with the Modify Memory spell? House Clue demanded it. They wished her secrets buried, so she could not speak of their experiments. And her own father wanted her memories dulled for her safety and for the family's name. She knows too much about the plague, about the vector of noble blood. Who else were involved with trying to track Damson and her traveling companions down? A trickle of blood drips from Zaroon's nostril. Kalu agents. House Woozlet spies. Watching for any of these people. Mercenaries from the Pale, hunting rumors of exiled sorcerers. And Vermissimo. But not for Kalu. He hunts his own truths. Where is your base of operations? EXANDRIA. In safe houses beneath the Golden Crescent. In vaults warded against scrying. I had no singular base. I moved like the wind and researched where I pleased. Why is there a bounty out for Adeline de Vaux? You hear the breath slowly coming to an end from the head. Every word subtly becoming quieter and quieter. Because she holds the cure. Or the key. And the evidence. Depending who you ask. The Kalu fear her words will bring ruin. Others fear she might expose the truth. That a plague is not born of nature, but mortal hands. The pale glow fades from Zaroon's dead eyes. Vermissimo stands, looking at it still. He leans forward and kisses the forehead. Well, cousin, at least you're still useful as a corpse. And he places the head back on the wraps, covering it up and snapping his finger as it disappears.
Well then.
Well, indeed. It would appear that you all are working very closely with Adeline.
So she's like the Plague Master, or he? Damn.
I was unaware that all of you were working with them. Why? Where is she?
Perception not to look at her.
Oh, that would be a deception, not to look, not perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perception.
Ado's. Nice. I was actually planning on, while he was preparing to cast the ritual, to like sneak off to the side. I just didn't want to.
Yeah. Roll your stealth.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So,
Come up with a dagger behind his neck right behind you.
22 then.
We love 22. Yeah, you stealth up to where you're at there.
Right. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of like staying hidden for now and just trying to gauge his reaction.
Where is she?
Looks
Thompson.
around. At the moment, not here, it doesn't seem. I'm not sure where she is.
Faye, I was speaking to Damson. Damson?
I do not know at this moment where she is.
Roll me a deception. Yes, I know it's technically true.
15.
He stares at you very intently. But you do know, generally, you're still in communications with her. You harbor her, keep her safe. Well,
Would you
that
not do the
is-
same?
I have no care to. Her safety means very little to me, outside of her living.
Joey, above the table, it's known that she's the Baroness, right? That she married the Baron.
Oh, absolutely. He also is a very renowned wizard, so he doesn't give a flying fuck.
Yeah. No, I was just double checking. I know the Baroness because I'm staying with her currently before I move on.
Disjoin.
You are?
If I ever want to hear a word out of your mouth, I will speak to you directly.
Perfect.
Sorry, he
No, that's
despise the shit out of you.
Absolutely.
You killed
No
his
worries.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hunting her down for your own reasons, but not with these Kalu that Zaroon was working with?
House Kalu. Yes, they're very predominant and super influential. Back in her home territory of Narond. They are one of the three most legendary houses within that territory. Purity of bloodline and all of that. And I am not hunting alongside them. I do not work for them. I am not like my dear cousin here. I prefer to work independently, not take commissions.
Fair enough. We were debating on if they were a cousin or more distant to when we actually did kill Zaroon.
Hmm.
We're actually trying to figure that out, and well,
There's no reason
least
to
you're not
hide
him.
it. Go on.
at least it turns out you weren't him. I believe our former companion had an idea that it was just you in a fake goatee.
He rolls his eyes. People of my territory look fairly similar in general. Much like someone may mistake you, Damson, as perhaps a different Dragonborn's kin just because you have scales.
I mean, I suppose. I've actually not seen any other Dragonborn in all of the travels around Ket, so I wouldn't exactly know.
So what is your intention, everyone? Where do you plan to go? What do you plan to do?
I don't know. I think kind of want to go to this Noron place and see what this plague is about.
Curious. Just know if you take her with you there, there's quite a lot of propaganda that leaves her known as a kill on sight with many individuals. Anyone
She's a
in the
noble.
know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There's propaganda around that. In that territory, of course. I've conducted little bits of research projecting myself there. I too was astonishingly curious. And now I think I am even more so.
Apparently she's this key to this plague.
Mm.
That's interesting.
I want to roll an insight check on Vermissimo at this point. From the sidelines, they're just trying to assess whether or not he's going to, or if I get the sense at least that he's going to sell me out as soon as he can, if he finds out where I am or who I am.
You can roll insight. I can't answer that specifically, but I can give you a better vibe.
Yep.
Go ahead.
21.
It's kind of hard to read. No. It would appear through every gesture he has made, every single interaction he has had, he is someone who puts himself above authority, above law, above everything. He craves one thing: information. He needs to know more. He needs to know how to perform more, how to do more. You get the sense that if betraying you would give him more information, he would, with no hesitation whatsoever. But you also have the sense and knowledge that if keeping you around would serve at giving him more information, he would. It's whatever serves his purpose more dutifully. There's no allegiances when it comes to him.
So, are you planning to go after Zaroon's different vaults he said he has around the city?
Absolutely. I'm going to take everything. Though I
Yeah.
suppose there is a matter of compensation to all of you for assisting me in this endeavor. What would you like
That-
as compensation?
I hug
Never.
from you,
No.
please.
Never.
Why?
I do not touch people.
I'm not
People are
people. I'm a
filthy.
rabbit.
Oh, that is not better.
Ah, ah, ah. Jared,
People are
tell him.
filthy. They're dirty. They're covered in tiny, microscopic, disgusting creatures that eat flesh and. He looks over at you, Ada, as you step around right there.
What?
I did not tell you to approach.
I wasn't approaching. I was just going next to Damson.
What compensations would you like? He looks at you, Damson, as the voice of reason here.
Well, we would like our pick through the vaults of his for, be it coin information or items.
No. Weaponry, equipment.
I mean, I suppose we can settle for that.
Good.
As well as your assistance in the future should we need it. I think it would be quite beneficial for us to be in a situation where we're more in a partnership. At least, at the very least, we're both after similar things.
I will
think we should-
offer you thusly. What?
I think we should get like half of what that J Rune guy had.
No. I will give you thusly. Your pick of his weaponry, equipment, meant for, well, whatever it is that pleases adventurers. Your pick of all of it. It is yours. And for any of you who do not find something you wish to receive, an compensation of 1,200 gold. In platinum, gold, silver, or gems, whichever your heart's desire. Is that favorable?
I'll look to the rest of the group.
Sure, I'll take 1,200 platinum.
I'm not going to correct that one anymore. That is your responsibility.
Don't you know it?
So does
Half
that
a
sound
con.
good? Pick from his loot, but if you don't find anything you want from his loot, and keep in mind, he's not giving up the information. Sorry, Mr. Amazing.
No, I know he's not giving. That's why I haven't said a word. I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here.
Flittish, what do you think? You're muted.
I just realized that. Yes. It's fine with me.
Wonderful. I will track down where this is. I will alert you when I am getting all of the items. And in addition to that, he will use a mage hand to carry off to you, Damson, a single small rock. If there is need for us to work together in the future, you may communicate with me via the rock.
Is this one of those sending sounds?
It is.
Very well.
It was good service working with you all. Despite the distractions, the annoyances, the chaotic nature of some of you, you were quite efficient and easy to work with. He looks past all of you over at Mr. Amazing. I would encourage you not to mention to anybody where I am. It is in your best interest and health.
Understood.
Good. Goodbye.
Could I ask one more thing, if that's all right? And
Sure.
of course, you don't have to answer. What is your school of magic?
I would never alert a disjoiner to that.
You could whisper to me, and I can promise not to tell him.
No. Goodbye.
You can tell me, and I won't know what it means.
Goodbye.
Come along, Grandma.
All right, and I think this is a good place for us to finally go on break, everyone. We'll be
Yeah.
back.
I like how on the map there are actually dragon lairs marked.
Yeah. Don't go there. Dragon bad. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. We're back. So, where last we left off, the party had just discussed with Vermissimo their potential payment that they should anticipate after doing a good job that was mutually beneficial for all of you and for him. He did grant you all 4 of the 5 questions that he was going to ask the first time of the head, keeping the head himself and telling you all that he is more than happy to share the loot, but not the information about what Zaroon was dealing with and researching. So, as you all leave the library after being dismissed, you do see his squire downstairs who waves goodbye to all of you. Yeah, Pavo.
Cavo.
Pablo. Not Pablo, Pavlo. I was thinking Pavlovian. Pablo is a different guy. He's Escobar. You don't want to fuck with him. Just
Oh no, that's the sun guy, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
the
yeah.
sun god. Yeah. Anywho, so as you guys leave, what is it you would like to discuss or do?
Well, after a little bit, as I make sure people don't say anything, because last time this guy like stared us down mean muggingly until we left a few blocks away. And once we do, I'm just going to turn and it's like, man, if Adeline were here right now, the stuff we found out, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's certainly something. Might want to discuss it in a more private place.
She must be
That's fair.
devastated. She would be devastated to hear some of that stuff.
So, where's the private place you guys are gonna go speak in?
Going back home.
Yeah, home,
Mhm.
sweet home.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, after we get back, it is gonna doff her disguise and
You've been Adeline this entire time?
What?
Sylph, I thought you were not Cat anymore.
I didn't know this was a disguise. I've never seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was actually my true form. I am. This is a disguise.
See, I know when you're lying to me. You don't need to lie to me.
I'm not lying.
Your eye is twitching.
No, it's not.
Next thing you're going to tell us is your hair is actually a wig. Wait,
I know how to
is
control
your
my
hair?
twitchiness.
Is your hair a wig?
It could be. But it's
Mr.
not.
Amazing, you've seen
think-
her asleep. Is she wearing a wig?
Sure. No. Ada, what were you saying?
Yeah, let me just get my bearings again. I lost my train of thought a little bit here now.
Cat does that. Sorry, Sylph.
Where was the notes I just took? What the hell? Ah, there we go. All right, so it is clear that this Caillou family is behind more or less everything. I mean, regarding this plague, and also, well, I do have some memories of working with someone. I am not entirely sure exactly who it was, but I am starting to believe that it might have been one of the Kailus. And well, according to what we just discovered, I learned something that they wanted to keep secret. And well, I have reason to believe that they are wanting to, or that they wanted to create a plague that would target anyone who is not considered pure in blood. In that case, also meaning carrying a certain piece of divine blood heritage. Blood that is not fully mortal.
There is much more information to gather. Perhaps when we get closer to Nyrond, we can find out more information. Current information.
Right. Well, the question is, how should we go about this? Because these Kailus, they are, well, obviously targeting me. And by extension, I would also assume they are targeting you. Guilty by association and that kind of thing. Of course, they might not know that I don't exactly remember everything now. But they might still want to tie up a loose end, as it were.
Yes, I have two ideas. I think you should have two aliases. One that we use for your travel from here to Greyhawk. And then in Greyhawk, you can be my assistant.
Sure.
That way, if they're traveling or following us or scrying or whatever, right? We get to the Greyhawk and the you that's you that they've been watching disappears and there's a new person.
Right.
Maybe.
Yes, that could be prudent. But still, there is the matter of regaining my lost memories, because the more we know, the better it is. The better we are able to know what to do exactly. Because it would seem that if I recall these memories, I might have some evidence that could be used against the Kailu. And if that evidence is presented to the king, for example, then, well, there is bound to be some sort of upheaval. But there is a lot I yet do not know. Which is why I need to get in contact with my family.
Unless they're in on it.
Well, I don't think they are. At least not to the extent this has turned out to be. Perhaps there was some agreement at first. I mean, there must have been a reason why I was working with the Kailu, but as far as I am aware, my family does not have a divine bloodline.
If I may, Baroness, I think we should put off contacting your family until we get closer. As you know, or as it seems, the letter that you had sent to your husband disappeared shortly after it was mailed. So, it might be intercepted if we send a message unless you have some magical means.
Right.
So maybe once we get to Greyhawk or beyond when we're closer. Just a suggestion. Would hate to have the information pulled from any type of letter and then used to sabotage us either there or on our way.
Exactly. Yes. But for now, I think we should focus on the more local threat of this. What was his name again? The whistling fellow.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Verissimo.
Well, I think Vermissimo might be a liability at some point, but so long as we play him correctly, he might also be an asset.
Agreed.
Though, of course, if we kill him, we could also just do that. Is that not what you disjoiners do, apparently?
Oh, I don't know what disjoiners do. There's so much talk about different things and labels and whatnot, but I do think we should get back to your homeland.
I'm not into labels.
Just amazing.
Right.
But no labels.
Yes. Well, I have a few things I need to work on here for a little bit, so it will take some time to create. But once it is done, it should be able to be easily transported.
Yes, and I think Stefan said we had 2 weeks, if I remember right.
Yes.
Before we leave.
Right.
That is correct.
Unless we wanted to talk him into leaving a week earlier, but there's some things I'd like to do here before we leave in the next 2 weeks.
Yes. We should take some precautions in regards to the guy without balls. He might. I expect at some point he will learn that I am back in town and try to kill me and probably the rest of us. You as well.
If you see him, be sure to point him out so I know what he looks like.
Oh, I can describe him to you. He looks like. Blah, 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 blah.
Here, I can get
I
his
use
token
to
for you.
shape and turn into the person.
Here,
He looked like this.
I got an image of him.
Nice.
And after Sylph does that and says he looked like this, yes, good to know. I'd hate the wrong person to fall into unfortunate events.
I believe the last time we saw, I was still Cat and, well, pickpocket him in broad daylight. Very fast, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
So. Let me make a handout.
What I would recommend is, since we're traveling, it might be wise to load our wagon up with trade goods.
Why is that?
Well, one, we can sell them later, and two, it would allow us to easily get past any close inspection if we're just, traveling merchants. And it's just a coincidence that people look like someone else.
I'm also Mr. Amazing, known for my stage magic, so we could put a banner on the side. Mr. Amazing and the others, or something like that.
Right.
I think the point is to move discreetly, not obviously.
No, I thought you were talking about if they, wanted to know why we were traveling and inspection and stuff. Yes, I can see that.
Well, it might be an option to travel hiding in plain sight, as it were, if they do not know that we are associated. But if they do, then, or whoever is hunting us, then it is a little bit more risky.
Yes. Mr. Amazing and the Amazing Five.
just
Mm.
Mr. Amazing's trade goods. You could like a mixture, merchant.
Yes. Yes, we could, of course.
Yes. Anyway, we can think about this over the next week or so, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah,
I forget.
Yeah.
In our garden, are we growing incense?
incense isn't necessarily. Well, I don't know about D&D, but it's not. It's like a mixture of different things that you compound together to burn.
Yes, you can farm incense, but not like the magical kind with your garden.
You mean the ones needed for spell components?
Yeah, not the ones with the monetary value.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here I was hoping I could have gotten around to buying that. Oh well.
Oh, you can buy it. There's plenty
Not
of it
that
to buy.
much. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, just to fast track us to the next day, everybody. You get a knock at your front door, and you are all summoned to meet. Not Akram. He's not there. No.
Yeah, I was looking. He's standing there.
Colby. Colby?
Cavo.
Dolby.
Cavo. Dolby is Dolby. Yeah, Cavo. Cavo is sitting there and he smiles. Hello, everyone. The amazing Vermissimo was able to track down the things. I'm not good at discretion. Can we speak inside?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Is Ada disguised?
Yeah, she probably would be using a disguise at this point every day.
Okay. Well, Vermissimo found and rifled through everything, and well, I'm just here to give you all your pick of the litter, as he is instructed. And also he asked me to hand this letter to you. I assume you are the disjoiner? He's looking at Sylph.
I'll take that.
You're the disjoiner. Okay, very good. He hands you the letter. You unwrap the letter, and you read, Dear Disjoiner, I am fully aware of what your capacities are, and I've already begun conducting my research into whom you are and what it is you are capable of. Let me assure you, yes, Calvo is very easy to kill for someone of your stature. You could easily take all of his items, and that was a risk I was more than happy to take when sending him here to deliver it to you. However, rest assured that if any harm does come to him while he is in your premises, I will assume that means you wish to enact harm upon myself, and if any objects are taken from him, you wish to take from me. Though his bodily health means very little to me, it is in my favor to keep him alive to do my errands.
You read the letter. Oh, how lovely. He misses me, and I'll fold it up and put it inside my.
Can I read the letter if he showed it?
Sleight of hand.
Heck yeah.
Both of you.
That's fine.
Ooh,
25.
25. Mr. Amazing?
Is it perception or what am I rolling?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay,
That's to
sorry.
take it, read it, fold it,
Ah,
put
yeah,
it
yeah,
away
yeah,
fast.
Put it in. Gotcha. I will lucky it.
Sylph, I'll give you small portions of it. The beginning, the fact that he doesn't really care about the safety of his squire, and at the end where he signed Vermissimo.
Okay. That's the part I needed the most. Mm.
He has instructed me to handle all of these items with care. Each of you are allotted to pick one item apiece, in which you will be able to take. These are from the personal stash that Zaroon had, and a couple of extra objects that he believes may greater assist all of you in your later journeys. So, yes. And of course, if you do not wish to have any of these items, I can give an individual 1,200 gold pieces or 120 platinum pieces at your request. This is the list of items, everybody.
Sweet. Ooh.
Oh.
And everybody gets one. Or you can take the 1,200 gold.
Oh,
See,
man.
Ilvern perplexed by it. Magic or money?
I know we only get one. There's a couple things on there that I want, so let me take a look at this.
Need to look up a few things first.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a Wand of the War Mage. The Ring of Spell Storing, has that been changed in 2024?
It can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. You can cast any spell while wearing this ring. You can cast any spell stored in it. Uses the slot, spells DC, and attack bonus and spellcasting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as you casting the spell. And then once you cast it, it frees up space.
Mr. Amazing gets an inspiration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ada gets an inspiration. And Flittish gets an inspiration. Thank you so very much, Fet. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, hey, Fet. Thank you.
Thanks, Fet.
Oh, congratulations.
Woo!
My character sheet
I
is
rolled
back.
for it. But he included me. That was dangerous.
Nice. I like to include you when I do those.
I appreciate that about you because I use it to re-roll initiative so often. At least that is what the majority of all the ones that Yandish gave me on Tuesday went directly to re-roll initiative. But yes, thank you very much. Dude, there was one night I rolled like below a 6, like 6 times in a row. It was horrible. Good for them.
right.
But yeah.
Yep.
So,
All right, cool.
everybody, have you contemplated which magic item you would want?
Almost. I wanted to write down that inspiration before I forgot about it.
Yes.
That illusionist one is actually very interesting. I've never seen this before.
Illusionist bracers? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite magic items.
Look that up.
When you cast a cantrip, you can use a bonus action on the same turn to cast that cantrip a second time.
Ooh, nice.
I think I'll go for the Stone of Good Luck.
Really, and not the brace?
Gloves of Thievery, you mean?
No, the bracelet of like
Archery.
Archery, yeah.
Nah, it's
Thank you. I wanted to give it to you as an option, but thank you. That item is ridiculous.
Yeah, majority of these stuff I don't know, so
Oh,
I just take the money.
the bracers is the Tasha's version.
Okay.
The illusionist
Oh.
bracers is the Tasha's version, not the actually.
Ravnica.
Let me look that up.
Yeah. Let me look that up too.
Oops.
I was about to say that if it's the Ravnica one, that's a very rare item.
I believe illusion bracelet does come from Ravnica.
Ilborn, you said the Stone of Good Luck, right?
No, that's the right one. Yeah, it is a very rare item, but still, it's a good, not broken.
I think I know.
It says when the Ring of Spell Storing is found, it contains 1d6 minus
Yeah.
1 levels of spelled stores chosen by the DM.
Yeah, it does.
What spells are in it?
He doesn't know. It's spell casting roulette. There's one way to find out.
I can do it.
Dodge.
No.
Yeah, good point.
I'm probably going to take the Gloves of Thievery, but let me just make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about those as well, but hang on.
Well, and I was thinking about the stone, because both of those...
No, yeah.
We're very similar, even though you're mundane and I'm magical.
Yeah.
I don't really need the Pearl of Power because I can do that already. I already have a Wand of the War Mage. Flittish, what are you thinking?
I'll take the gloves, unless... Yeah.
Debating the Staff of the Woodlands or the money.
Staff of the Woodlands is good.
If you're locking in your thing, type it out for me. But also, don't just willy-nilly lock it in if someone else might be interested. Like, discuss it with each other. Like, hey, please. I'll give you one stab while I'm sleeping.
This is what it does in 2024. If you need to look it up, Flittish, I can post it in chat.
It
The
should be in
Staff
the
of the Woodlands, I
compendium.
have the book.
Okay. I didn't know if you had the new one or not.
When I joined this campaign, I went and got them.
Fair.
I was avoiding buying them until I joined this campaign. I was like, no, I'm not going to give them more money. Like, no,
And
fine,
then-
take my money.
I mean, you didn't have to. It's in the compendium. You can just look it up there.
I find it easier to work with the actual
Physical.
books.
Yeah.
I used to be like that, but I've just worked with these so much.
Yeah, this was on my want list anyway, so unless anyone objects, I'll do the Gloves of Thievery.
You can get the top hat back if I get the Gloves of Thievery.
I'm having inner dialogue. Give me a second.
Yeah.
My thoughts between illusionists and Ring of Spell Storing. Because if I'm right, I could use that as a bonus action to cast True Strike twice.
Yeah, it's any cantrip you cast twice.
Oh, that might be better for Sylph with their Eldritch Paw.
I mean, if you want to become an Eldritch Paw cannon, yeah. Gatlin gun or Catlin gun.
Bappling Gun. Just bap.
Man, you think I would use it on Eldritch Paw? I use it on Mage Hand, so I get 2.
Fair.
I've already talked about this, a floating head and 2 Bigbies.
Oh, yeah.
Gloves of Thievery. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Elvorn gave me I'm debating that. Although it means that I would want the stone of good luck, right? Or are you wanting the
No, I'm thinking like after you get the gloves of Thievrel, like
Oh.
hey, you can get the
Trade
top
you
hat
the
instead
hat.
if
Oh,
I get.
I see this motherfucker.
Now I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sneaky,
Well,
sneaky.
That is sticky. I will take. Yeah, I'll take the gloves because that was on my list anyway. Of things I want.
Nice.
If I'm doing stuff, I need to have the.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Keep in mind, Cat, the Pact Keeper's amulet, Rod of the Pact Keeper, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I
Warlock
sadly
have
can't
more.
choose it.
You can't? Oh, you have too
No.
many attunements already.
No, I don't have any attunements.
Why can't you choose?
So I don't choose spells in that manner. I use free hands. I don't use the spell focus.
Right, but it's the fact that you can pull it out and then restore a spell slot as an action.
That's fair.
Because Warlocks only have 2 spell slots, so having an item that says, I can use an action to get a third one, it can be useful. You combine that with the Illusionist Bracers, and I guess it doesn't really do anything, but it's still fun,
Yeah.
Mm.
Personally, I love the Illusionist Bracers. It's one of my favorite items. I think it's very, very welcoming to any class that wants to use its cantrips.
Yep. It's great.
Fair. I make a support ticket real quick for work.
Stupid work. Flittish, you're getting the staff?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I wish there was more options for druids.
We really need a saddle, is what we need.
Oh, the Cavalier saddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're keeping their
that,
eye out.
Give it a minute. You'll get there.
So that Sylph and I can ride into battle together.
Oh god, that is absolutely terrifying. Especially if
I
you
mean,
choose goat form, just like giant goat charging at someone.
Yeah, because I've got the mounted feat. Mounted combatant. Once I get on that thing, I ain't getting off.
Keep in mind, if you're doing downtime, you can use a bonus action. Not a bonus action. You can use it to commission that item being made for you.
That was the whole point of looking for it, like finding people who can. But I remembered that there aren't magic people in that talent that could do it last time we were here.
Vermissimo.
Yeah,
Colby?
actually, I sent him a letter.
Colby?
Who's Kobe again?
That's
Cavo,
his
the one
squad, Cavo. God damn. I keep fucking it up because I see Dolby like on the map.
that.
And Dolby
the
is
one we
quite
just
honestly
His
one of
twin
my
brother.
favorite NPCs. Yeah. Hi,
Dolby
bro.
and
How are
his-
you? I'm good. I'll be a paladin one day. And just
I mean, yeah, you could. He's right here. You could ask him if he can make it, and how much it
That's
would
true.
be.
Dolby, are you a magic man?
Cavo.
I aspire to be one day. As of now, I
One
wouldn't
day.
classify myself as a master.
By any chance, are you able to make magical items?
Oh, yes, of course. But
There is...
I'm sorry to inform you, I'm not very well developed at it. I take a little bit of time, and the only ones I can really make are the ones that are less common.
You can only make things that are less common?
Yeah, the ones that are like, they're not really common, but they're not rare. They're less common. Some people say uncommon, but I think that's grammatically incoherent.
That's fair.
I'm trying to get Ilvorn into one of his 30-minute rants about.
I
Actually, uncommon is quite grammatically correct.
I know. So yeah, he can make uncommons. Why?
Well, I'm looking for someone who is able to make a particular magical piece for Fladish over here. So I am able to take upon my lance and shield.
You need me to make you a magical lance?
No, a saddle.
A saddle for a person?
Yes.
He looks at you very strangely, Flittish.
Has he not seen me change shape at all?
No,
Nope.
he hasn't. He's
Do it. Do it.
All right.
It's totally what you think it is. Mm-hmm.
like a baby Bjorn, or like.
No, for me, on her back.
They are very curious creatures. But Flittish, are you going to wild shape to save this kid
Yes.
from having an aneurysm?
Yes.
He's envisioning, like, you know.
I'll take my direwolf form.
Oh! You are a druidess. Or do you prefer like, nature woman?
British is fine.
Liddish, very good. Keep in
The
mind, he's
wild woman has
actually
changed
ignorant.
a bit.
He's not hostile, he's just ignorant. Ah, okay. So you need me to make a saddle that would be magical for you two?
Yes. Some time ago, there was this creator who made an enchantment for a saddle that allows the person whoever is on the saddle to never be able to be dismounted from it while conscious.
You're speaking of the magical enchantment one, not the barbaric military one where they strap your legs onto the saddle so your body will be cast aside, but your legs will remain on top of the mount.
Correct. I do not want belts strapping my legs. I do not want that. I like
good
my
point.
rabbit legs as a pat. I'm not sure how lucky these big feet will be for a certain someone, but you know.
Well, I heard from Mr. Vermissimo that your feet would actually sell for close to 9,000 gold apiece if they were preserved properly.
9,000? That's not that bad.
Yes.
How attached are we?
Are you looking to
synth?
sell your feet?
No.
What were you saying, Flittish?
Are you looking to sell your feet?
Lease them out for a day.
Might be using them.
Soph is now looking at the combat wheelchair. All right, let's just.
Well, I'm just saying, my feet don't run, they smell, but my nose does. So what if I just use my nose instead of my feet?
That's fey enough, it might work.
You know, statistically, one day you are going to be defeated, so we might do it on our own terms.
The option to revivify or sell feet.
I mean, if they're 9,000 apiece, preserved properly, you could pay for the regeneration every time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a little bit of pain now, and off to the taverns we go, boys.
Once Flittish is high enough level, you guys got a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Infinite money glitch.
It'd be like, how much do ears sell?
Actually, a question on like artificing. Actually, am I able to like create other magical items apart from the ones I have as infusions, or?
Oh yes, during downtime you can create magic items same as anybody else can.
Right.
The limitation that you run into, and if you remember this is what Icebreaker really hated, was that you make them at a fraction of the speed, but based off of your level, a fraction of the rarity as well. So you'll never be able to make something above very rare.
Right.
And that's when you're like level 18 you can make very rare.
Okay. So
I think
how?
you can only look like common right now.
What were you saying, Ada?
What level do I need to be to make uncommon?
You need to be 5th.
Okay.
So you can
You-
make uncommon, and you make it fast.
Also, depending on what bastions you guys have, you might be able to do uncommon and common.
Mhm.
What level are we?
So, Damson was saying something as well. I'm sorry, Damson,
Uh,
you were saying something at the
yeah.
same. You guys are coming in my headphones at the exact same time, so it is like a latency of overlap of
Yeah.
speaking. I just have to focus
No,
on one
that's
person
a
at a
question
time.
of what rarity they can make.
Uncommon.
They can make a common? Ada can? I thought you just said common.
No, she can do uncommon at her level.
Oh,
You guys
no
are
shit,
level 7?
9.
Yeah, I'm only a level
9.
2 artificer though.
9.
Oh, then you're a ways away. Yeah, you have to be level 5.
Yeah.
A full caster level 5, which for full caster level 3 for an artificer is 5th level.
Hmm.
Like a wizard level 3 can start making uncommon stuff.
Oh, hell yeah, we can make a teleportation circle now? Special facilities?
That's what Calvo is. Calvo can do. He's a 3rd level wizard.
I'll look to Cavo as Sylph and Flish have been saying the stuff about the saddle. Is there a way that that kind of item can be made so that when Flittish is not in like an animal form, it's like a cape or something?
Well, technically, yes, but I would need some very invasive information about wild shaping and your general physiology as well. It could be very tedious for us to gather all of that. Ada, you have like 6 textbooks full of information about Flittish's physiology at this point.
Yeah. That is no problem.
And
I mean,
how much would
potentially, if it is possible, I could, yes.
how much would making something like that cost?
You would have to pay for all the components, all of the everythings, and what was Vermissimo's lesson when it came to doing? Aim high, settle mid. Yes. 200 gold.
I'd be more than happy to pay that for those my 2 friends.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not going to haggle?
No, because you are doing us a great service.
You know, you still have to pay for the materials, right?
And is that the 200 total or?
No. 200 is what I get paid. The cost of materials is going to be another 100 gold.
Oh, yes, I can pay that for them. And that's more than happy to do
Really?
such. Yes,
Okay.
of course. I want my Sylph and Flittish to be able to work to the best of their abilities.
Right, yeah, we literally just came from the City of Gold. The Basin Sun.
You guys are really bad at this thing. 180 for the whole thing.
No, then I'd only be making 80 gold.
That's quite a fortune, isn't it?
Not for my skill sets. Do you know how expensive it is to be a wizard?
I'm haggling.
Okay. So you still have to cover your own cost of materials, but I receive 150 gold.
So the cost of materials is 150 gold.
It'll be 250 total, yeah, instead of 300.
Sure, let us do that then. 250 total.
Good. That's what he prepared me for. Yes.
I just saved you 50 gold.
Yeah, and Calvo is
That's
still
way-
ecstatic. He's making good money off this.
Yeah. That way, if Sylph wishes, they can also get a magic item still from Zedrun's stash. Or 1,200 gold.
Where would I go about of creating a teleportation circle from my bastion?
You would need somebody capable of casting such a spell.
Or for
And
the
you'd need them
bastion?
to be in that location every day for a year.
the Bastion?
Yeah, that's why I'm reading differently.
Yeah, let's look at the Bastion one. Bastions 2024.
So Mr. Amazing could also create uncommon items then, right?
Yes.
Do you like to create some gloves of thievery?
Yeah, it just says based on here.
Yeah, level 9 you can add a bastion. You can get 2 more bastions, and one of them can be teleportation circle.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't say that there's a time to make. Just is. Inscribed on the floor of this room is a permanent teleportation circle created by the teleportation circle spell.
So it gives you the function of teleportation circle automatically instead of needing to know the spell. It also works as a means to use as a messenger, as long as you know the glyph, then you can communicate through it, or anyone who knows the glyph to access that teleportation circle can access it.
And the recruit order. You can recruit
Yes.
a spellcaster at a 50-50 chance. Roll any die, even odd.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then when you recruit them, that's to come in and cast spells.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still have to like have it made, but yeah, you can set one of them up to be made like that. Because making a teleportation circle permanent, it needs to be cast every day in the same location for a year.
Yeah. This is literally the bypass that rule, it seems, for some reason. Because it literally has as the options of, or you take the spell and do it 365, but the likelihood of people doing that in a campaign?
Very low.
I mean, really, yeah. So I think they're just giving this away of one of your players sacrifice one of their slots, but you can come back to your home and reorganize your bastion and quickly go back.
Yeah, and then the recruit orders to ask a wizard to cast whatever spell, 4th level and lower spell for you for whatever reason.
Hey, do you want a second home? Looking at you, Carvel.
No, thank you.
No, that's fair. You can't blame a bunny for trying.
We're probably not staying in the city very much longer.
I don't blame you. Have you felt the change?
Change?
The air is different.
Oh, yes, we call this summertime. He is an acolyte. He is.
No, you are correct. It is. It's. I like Mortal so much. This is the reason. Have you figured out the item you want, Damson?
I'm thinking the Ring of Spell Storing. What about you? Since like I said, I'll be more than happy to pay for the saddle to be made so that you can get an item as well.
Okay, if you take the wind, I will take the illusionist bracelets, just for the cantrips.
Okie dokie.
I will lock that in.
Or
well, then there's one last person who has to make up their mind.
let me put it on my sheet.
Type out which one.
Oh yeah, I thought I pulled it out. Right.
Yeah, I need it typed out because my brain won't. Yeah.
Yep.
My brain's stupid. It only remembers what it reads. All right. He will hand over these very stylish looking pure white gloves that have sapphires over the back knuckles on the hands. Hands those over to you, Mr. Amazing.
All
He
right.
will get a crooked-looking yew staff that is imbued with the image of a bear on one side and a toucan on the other. Hands that over to you, Flittish. He will get what appears to be a mundane gold ring and hand that to you, Damson. Sylph, he will come over to you and hand you these little bracelets that have extensions of rings that go over your middle fingers.
Hell
Oh.
yeah, I got the bling bling.
Bling bling.
And Ada, he hands you a rock.
What does the rock look like?
The cat
A
shaped.
rock. No, God.
Yeah, because
Actu-
if there is an actual picture of it, it literally is a cat's head.
Yeah.
It
He
literally
hands you a rock that's shaped like a cat's head.
Or we could trade.
No, I can go about carving it.
Oh,
I'm gonna make it look like a rabbit's foot instead.
there it is.
Anyways,
It has
if I will come by tonight with the information about what components I require in order to make your magic item, and I will ask Vermissimo to educate me on the specifics of crafting said item, and I will get to work on it immediately for you.
Thank you.
Do you want to pay me when we're done or beforehand?
Pay you beforehand, just in case you need the materials. As you said, you
Yes.
might be going.
Oh,
So I
that's
know
good
you would
call.
send us.
Yes. That is a good. Sorry, this is my first time taking on a commission.
How long would you take to create one of those the hats? Or could I purchase the hat?
The Hat of Disguise?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he did alert me that I would be more than capable of selling these items to all of you. You're looking for the hat. He said he was willing to part with... for 800 gold.
Let's say 600.
This- I am at liberty to go down to 7.
Okay, I will go for the just keep it reserved for me. I need to get something first.
Very well. It'll be in his possession until it isn't.
What's the price for those braces of archery?
Oh, that one? He told me those are uncommon as well, right?
Yeah, those are also uncommon.
So stupid that those are uncommons. I am going to add 200 to whatever it is. 700.
700? Oof. What's the cheapest one he said you could sell for?
The rock. He points at the one Ada picked up.
It's a special rock. People misunderstand rocks.
An
Where was that
exceptionally
listed?
expensive rock.
It's a very pretty rock.
It's a pretty rock.
Well,
Magic items.
we can sell some of these salts we have. We still have quite a bit.
Well, of course, you all know where to find me, and I will be coming by in the evening to let you know if I found all the materials and everything like that, okay?
Perfect. How much for the
course.
wand?
The Wand of the War Mage?
Yes.
He said he'd let that one go for 300.
I'll take it.
Very well. You got real lucky on that one.
I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to ask. So cool.
Yeah. It
What
only
about
got a
that?
little cheaper. Only.
What of the boots of elven kind?
Oh, jeez. He did not wish to sell those items. No. Let me roll.
Fair enough.
No, I'm joking. 600 gold.
Okay.
On second thought, I'll take the 1,200 and buy 2 of them instead.
Well, the stipulation that he had given me was after you had selected your items that you wish to have for free, then he'd be interested in selling any additionals to you.
Yeah.
He
Smart.
Vermissimo is smart enough to do this.
Yeah.
Cavo, not really.
You have a very wise master.
I am aware. He is wonderful.
You're a were creature?
I wish to view your home country. I wonder if everybody is as friendly and fun as you are.
Who are you speaking to?
Damson.
No.
It is a place.
It is a place. Anyways, I have to go start working on what you asked me to do. Bye. He gathers up all the items and skadoodles his way on out of there.
I will attune to this ring of spell storing, wondering what spells lay inside.
Alrighty.
Into the Stone of Good Luck.
The stone's a good item. It's a really good
It's
item.
a really good item.
Yeah.
It is a good item.
It's just not seen as good because it's not combatant.
Yeah.
Even
It's on
though
my
it
list
is.
of wanted.
When you're a skill monkey, it's great.
Oh yeah.
Um,
5 levels worth of items inside this ring.
yeah. And can we sell those salts? We still have like 11 pounds of it, I think.
Oh yeah.
How much? Because that was worth quite a bit.
Yes, it was.
A lot.
Let
But
me
it's
get
probably
those
worth
notes back up.
more closer to. Well, it might be worth.
It's
We'll see.
worth more to the right people. The problem with the salts is like you can't really work with them unless you're using it for arcana or alchemy.
You sell it to Bobby Brown.
Actually, Bobby Brown is in town.
It's like, yeah, we'll sell you the cure. Okay, it's the cost of research, the cost of labor, the cost of material. You're
He's
looking
a
at
bard.
100,000
He's
gold.
poor. He is poor. He's a bard. All right. So the spells inside of the ring of spell storing. Yeah.
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 Depending on what they are, I might just keep them.
Give it a minute. Yeah, memory's not getting eaten today.
Well, that's good.
Disguise self, Misty Step, Shield. That's 3. And Cure Wounds as the second level.
Let me take a look at my things. I don't have Disguise Self. I don't have Misty Step. I have Shield. Cure Wounds, I do have, but it's always good to have more. Yeah, I think I'll keep those for now. I mean, I might swap out the Shield one for something I can do in there.
Okay.
Once you use the spell, though, it's gone. So I would just keep it there. So you.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I thought once you cast the spell, it emptied.
Let me take a look.
Ring of Spell Storing 2024. Any creature can cast a spell of level 1 through 5 into the ring by touching the ring as the spell is cast. The spell has no effect other than to be stored in the ring. If the ring can't hold the spell is expended without effect. The level of the slot used to cast the spell determines how much space it uses. While wearing the ring, you can cast a spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but it otherwise treats it as if you cast the spell. The spell cast from the ring is no longer stored in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And his DC was 16? 16.
Okie dokie. Just gonna like shuffle it around the various people in the party to store different spells at a time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Put catapult in it and then shoot it at somebody else so they can cure wounds themselves. Oh.
I catapult the ring.
Yep.
Great
Anyways.
invisibility on it. There you go.
It's the one
Did that
ring.
expand anything to me? No, that's my just ability.
Mhm.
It cost nothing for me.
Keep in mind, this does say that you are concentrating on it, not the ring. So
Oh, it does?
that's what I read. It counts as you casting the spell, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you would be the one concentrating on it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's where this is different from like Doslir and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right, I should attune to my new rings and the scarab.
Hell yeah. All right,
Damson,
guys.
pass me the scarab.
Oh, the swords? Yeah.
Yes.
I will hand you the twin seraph blades.
All right. Well, guys, the last thing we have to do is all of you guys tell me what you're doing for your 2 weeks of downtime.
Well,
And if you don't know off the top of your heads, go on.
yeah, no, just thinking if we sell those, by the looks of it, we have 12 pounds of Titan salt left.
If you want to use your downtime to sell it, you can.
We may not want to sell all of it, and perhaps we can use some of it in the future for experimental reasons.
Right.
How much do we need to
So
cure
half
Bobby
of it?
Brown?
I'm not talking about curing. I'm talking about using it to research.
I don't care about Bobby Brown.
Wow.
Shit happens. Life is tough.
You did make
You
a promise to do so.
you did.
You didn't. Cat did.
No, that was to.
Oh, I apologize. I thought you were saying you did. I was like, no, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Adeline
Sylph
made a
did well.
promise.
Yeah.
Are you a lady of your word?
I don't recall exactly what the wording of that was.
If you want me to, I can play it out. I remember. Word for word. I could be you if you like.
No.
As they start to cast Alter Self. Oh, no? Okay, they discancel it.
Why did you start with a bob cut?
You're reverting more and more back to being cat. I'm not sure I like it. Perhaps we should have to end it before the transformation is full.
No, I'm not turning back. I'm just having a little fun, as we've not got much else to do at the moment until we head on out.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with having a bit of fun.
But yeah, I wanted to sell, well, let's say half then. So 6 pounds of Titan salt to Vermissimo, seeing as he's probably the only one in town who knows the full worth of it.
No, he'll scam us. Wait until you get to Greyhawk.
I need money now. That's...
Yeah. You're poor now.
A copy of the research notes of the cure, though, would be worth a lot to him. Don't sell him the
That is
items to cure it.
something.
Sell him the notes you made about it. Because we know he likes knowledge.
Yeah.
True.
And
That'd
this
be
is one
far
of a
better.
kind. Yeah. Don't sell the cure, sell the knowledge of the cure.
Good band.
Farmer.
Yeah.
Is that Adeline's new nickname? Mr. Amazing and Dr. Farmer.
Mr. Maisie and Miss Farmer.
Miss Farmer.
But yeah, we're kind of derailing the whole time.
Sorry,
guys.
sorry.
Yes,
Sorry,
you
sorry.
can sell it 200 gold per pound. That is what he'll buy it for.
200.
Per pound.
I seem to recall you said it was worth a lot more.
That's what
Yes.
he's willing to pay.
Now, are you willing to spend downtime to sell it? Then you'll get a lot better of a price. But he
Okay.
will pay you 200 per pound.
Yeah, I'll spend that time on that
Okay.
one.
Why is it, if you seem like you're desperate, he's going to take advantage of that 100%.
I just
Mhm,
figured he would be willing to pay more for it to ensure it would end up in his hands.
There's also some other magic item we have that we said he'd get first dibs on if we decide to sell it. And that's how we got the Cloak of the Manta Ray for Flittish. It was like some evil item. I don't remember what it is. Ada has it.
The spine?
No, it was some kind of mask, I think, that we got from the Aboleth.
I think you find I have it on my person.
Oh, you
yeah,
have
yeah,
it.
yeah. That mask. Yeah,
Yes.
he was. Yeah, that one he was going to pay.
Yeah. No, he cannot have it still.
Okay.
That would
Oh, okay.
devastate us.
Well, I think I'm going to end the session. You guys
Mhm.
message me sometime during the week of what you're doing with your 2 weeks of downtime. Okay? Selling
Okay.
magic items, selling any extremely valuable items, crafting anything, making anything, all of that fun shit. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
GG's, everyone.
GG's.
Yeah.